Hello and welcome back. So this video is to respond to something I think the EDS Society missed. And that's they responded that EDS is a rare disease and they left it at that. So I think they missed pointing out a few things. And one big thing is that hEDS is a dominant disease. That means for someone to have it, one, there has to be a mutation or your parent has it. Then from there, you can figure things out. But it also means that each one of your children has a 50% chance of getting it. Eventually, over time, if you had someone come into an area and there's no influx from outside, and they married, and they had a lot of kids, and those kids married and had a lot of kids, and those kids married and had a lot of kids, you would hit a point where it's possible everyone could have hEDS in the area, 100%, or at least 50%. That is much higher than the rate of 1 in 5,000 that is required for a rare disease. However, that rate is throughout the world. That means if you have an area that no one's come into that has hEDS, that area is going to have a 0% prevalence. It's not only a rare disease, it's a non-existent disease. So you take this area with a non-existent disease and this area with a really high prevalence, you average everything out throughout the world, and if it's less than 1 in 5,000 people, you have a rare disease. And so I think they missed this. And I responded on Twitter as such. I think there are areas of high prevalence. Is it possible Wales is an area of high prevalence? Yes. Yes, the study was wrong in combining joint hypermobility syndrome and hEDS. We don't know how many of those actually had hEDS. But could more than 1 in 5,000 have had hEDS? Yes. Does that mean that if that's what they found in Wales, that's true throughout the world? That it's no longer a rare disease? No, because they only took Wales, period. Now, why do I bring this up? Well, I know of an area that has a higher prevalence. If they came to here and they did a study, they took every single person in the valley and they grabbed their records, they would say it's not a rare disease. Where I live, to be a rare disease, considered a rare disease, you'd have to have 24 or less people. 8 of those people are already covered by my family. That means we could only find 16, period, throughout the whole county of any form of EDS or of even just the hEDS for it to be considered a rare disease. So it's not rare. It's really not rare here. We have a much higher prevalence. Why is that? I live in an area, and why I brought it up, where someone came in with hEDS. They had a lot of kids. Those kids then went on to have a lot of kids. Those kids went on to have a lot of kids. The influx from outside is not as high as it is in other areas. Many people are born, live, and die in the very same area, and very few outsiders come in. And this has gone on for 150 plus years. So there's a number of generations there. So it's spread. So it's much higher here. But I believe there are areas where it doesn't exist at all. So in the next video, I will go into things I think should have been done different in this study. and what they could do if someone wanted to do the study again, what the best way to really do that study would be. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.